Good morning and welcome to HPTV News for Tuesday, January 24th, 2017. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Muhammad. We'll be back with today's news in just a moment. But first, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Welcome back. Lunch for today is orange chicken with rice and a fortune cookie.
Breakfast for tomorrow is a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin or a blueberry loaf.
Birthdays for today are Sandra B and Kevin M.
Scrapbook Club meets from 2:50 to 3:50 in North 211.
Organic Club meets from 2:45 to 3:45 in West 114.
The next Junior Honor Society meeting is scheduled for Thursday, January 26th.
Attention all 7th and 8th graders. Interested in wrestling practices begin next Monday, January 30th after school in PE Portable from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Wrestling is a no-cut sport, and anyone is welcome, big or small, boy or girl, experienced or brand new to the sport. Remember that all your paperwork must be turned in prior to the first practice in order to participate. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Williams. Looking forward to the big turnout this season. Go Hawks!
Attention private team members, there is a mandatory meeting on Wednesday after school in West 117. If you cannot attend, please see Mrs. Bedford's or Ms. Fresco.
That's all for the news for today, but after we sign off, here's a video about the shelter-in-place drill we are doing today after HPTV. Thanks for paying close attention.
Have a great day, Hawks!
Hurricanes, forest fires, chemical spills, or bioterrorism. All emergency situations that require prompt action on your part. But how will you protect yourself and your loved ones? Should you stay or should you go? Should you evacuate or shelter in place? What's the difference between sheltering in place and just staying at home? Hi, I'm Tanya, and these are crucial questions to ask. And knowing the right answers and the right steps to take can be a matter of life or death. Generally, you will evacuate for disasters that have ample warning time, and an official order to evacuate has been issued, such as with a wildfire, hurricane, or flood. But in some disaster instances, local authorities may tell you to shelter in place. Officials say that shelter in place is not the same thing as taking shelter or just staying at home in case of a storm or tornado. Sheltering in place means to take immediate cover in an interior room and sealing the room. Generally, sheltering in place only lasts a few hours. If notified by authorities to shelter in place, what do? Act quickly. Get everyone indoors and into a pre-selected interior room. Emergency situations that would cause you to shelter in place involve chemical or biological contaminations caused by industrial fires or incidents, roadway or tanker truck accidents, as well as terror threats. A shelter-in-place incident happened in Baltimore, Maryland, when a train derailed inside a tunnel, causing a dangerous chemical fire.
At first, one of the things that we did consider was the possibility of a terrorist incident. There was heavy black smoke issuing from each end of the tunnel. We made a determination. Our best approach on the north side would be a shelter in place.
To effectively shelter in place, you need to plan ahead, select the right room, know how to secure your home, gather your disaster supplies kit, and practice what to do. Your shelter in place room should be small, but big enough to fit your family and pets. Select an interior room of your home that has few or no windows, such as a large storage closet or bathroom. If told to shelter in place, secure your home before you head to your pre-selected room. How do you secure your home in a shelter-in-place situation? Simple. Just follow these steps. Close and lock all doors and windows. Turn off all fans, heating and air conditioning systems. Close any fireplace dampers and other vents.
And what you're trying to do then is to seal yourself from the outside air. You're trying to keep yourself protected in the building that you're in and protect yourself from the outside elements.
Now, seek refuge in your pre-selected room. Bring along your disaster supplies kit, which should include food, water, plastic sheeting, and duct tape. Bring a battery-operated radio and hardline telephone. Cellular phones may not work during an emergency due to heavy volume or network damage. Use duct tape and plastic sheeting to seal all cracks around the door and any vents in the room. Jam wet towels under the cracks in the doors.
When you're asked to shelter in place, that's typically only going to be for a period of hours. You would not shelter in place for days. But even though it's hours, it's important to have the items that you might need that are critical to you for that period of time.
If we had to shelter in our home, we feel like we're really prepared. We've got duct tape and plastic in the event that we do need to seal the windows and vents. We've got our water and food and everything we can put together in about 30 seconds.
Next, call your emergency contacts to let them know about your situation. You should have both a local and out-of-town contact. Your emergency contacts can be family or friends. Listen to the radio or television for further news or directions, or until you are told it is safe to stop sheltering in place or to evacuate. What would you do if during a shelter-in-place emergency you aren't at home? Whether at work, school, or a public building, you should go to an upper-level interior room and seal that room. Ask any visitors to shelter in place with you. More than one room may be necessary. Make sure that your schools and workplaces have emergency plans in place and familiarize yourself with them. You can also shelter in place in your car. Pull off to a safe, shady spot. Turn off the engine. Close the windows and vents and remain in your car. If you're close to home or a public building, safely drive there to shelter in place. When authorities advise you to stop sheltering, take precautions to be extra safe. Unseal and open doors and windows. Turn back on your ventilation system.
We know that most people aren't prepared for a disaster, don't have a plan, don't have a kit, don't know what they do ahead of time. It's time for us to wake up and understand that if we think about these things ahead of time, it's so much better for our well-being should something happen.
Whatever the disaster or emergency situation, being prepared helps reduce confusion and anxiety when you know what to do. So now that you know how to shelter in place, put that knowledge into action. Plan ahead by selecting a room, building or buying a disaster supplies kit, and practicing what to do. For more information to effectively shelter in place, visit the American Red Cross website at www.redcross.org. At this site, you can download brochures, learn more preparedness steps, order disaster supplies kits, and connect to your local Red Cross chapter. Thanks for joining me. So get out there and get prepared.